Hello and welcome back to the Villa View for another match preview. While we're in Lady Holt's garden, you'll probably find out in a future video, the sun is absolutely terrible. I can't see what we're doing. I'm joined by James. Good handshake.
Yep, cheers.
Perfect.
Nailed it.
Much better. This is sort of a bit of an impromptu match preview. We've been filming something today that you'll hopefully see on the channel soon, which should be exciting. We thought we'd do the match preview seeing as we're both together again. So we're at Villa Park and we're just doing some filming around the ground, and we thought, we come up here, nice location, but the sun is terrible, so I know I'm squinting already. The sound is windy, but QPR on Friday night, we're back in action again. What are you thinking about this game, James?
Yeah, I was rather positive. When you look at, again, we said last time, like, when you look at paper, you're really positive.
It's so different compared to last time, isn't it?
It's so different. I mean, last time out against Norwich, which is, last night as we're filming, it was tough. Villa looked good, but they couldn't win against a superior side. Yeah. And I'm worried. I think they'll be better on the pitch than QPR. But QPR are very similar to Sheffield United last season. They don't draw. They win or lose. They won 6, lost 6, drew 2. Villa kind of middling out, winning some, losing some, drawing some. We're seeing how the pack develops. QPR above Villa at the moment. That changes if Villa win, of course. Yeah. Leapfrog them. But they got to get the win. They have to get the win. Very important to look good away. They did look good away against Norwich at parts, but
it's totally different, wasn't it, to what we're used to?
Big team, Norwich playing away. They've had time to implement their plans. Daniel Farke, they're looking really good. Fair play to them. Villa got shown up, and I don't think you can criticise them too much. I think a lot's changing, a lot's going on. A lot of mobilisation behind the scenes. The players don't look fit for one.
No, they don't.
And that's no discredit. I'm not discrediting whoever previous managers. They just look blown apart for the plans they're trying to play. And then, Dean Smith says about resting on the ball in possession. Are we patient enough to allow that to happen? We're going to have to. Yeah. If we want to play good football, you have to rest in the match. What
have you thought of the Dean Smith era so far, 2 games in?
It's good. It's fun.
At last.
I know we won the first game and we lost the second, but they've both had decent spots and decent spells where players have been played correct positions. No gambles have been taken. We're really trying to, he's put Almo on the right flank, and I think that's right. Yeah. I can't really. When it first happened, I wasn't there with it, and I think there was a lot of criticism. But I think the proof paid. He gets up there and it works out, and he presses and he does the job. And you put Balassi and El Ghazi on in the last 2 matches, and they haven't really looked up to scratch. Whether that's fitness, I know El Ghazi looked decent in spells, back heels, a few good crosses in, but that there was no end product there, was there? No. But no, the Dean Smith era, it's really positive. I think win, lose, draw. There's a lot of good stuff to take forward in each match so far, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, in the preview that me and Dan did, I think we said if we do lose at Norwich, which was obviously a very, very real possibility, to not sort of get too down about it. But now I'm sitting here and it happened. At the final whistle, I was down about it because it's the inevitable of losing the game. It's not a nice feeling, but you can see that there is that sort of long-termism to Dean Smith and Villa that it's not going to be a quick fix. No one expected it to be, and you can already see the differences already. And the longer that goes on, the more you'll see a change. But even some of the same players that have underperformed over the past months or whatever, or players that fans don't particularly like Whelan came in, and if that was a Steve Bruce team, people would probably thinking, this is a little bit defensive here with Whelan and Elmer on the right. But the players are playing in positions where they know their job and they know what they're doing. And you could see, even sort of 20 minutes in, there was a period where the ball went down the right-hand side, I think. And there was 4 players bursting forward. You got Abraham, the wingers, and I think maybe Horahan was the other one. Yeah. And you didn't even see that from Villa under Steve Bruce 90th minute when you're chasing the game. So the fact that we're trying to go out there and try and score and try and play the right way is only a positive that will eventually come good. Yeah, and what you got to think as well is that Villa have to lose games. Yeah, they're not going to go to season unbeaten.
Isn't it?
I'll take this and move forward, because you've got positives. It's not like you can look at that whole 90 minutes and go, Villa were atrocious. Yeah. And there was decent spells. Twanzebe looked good. Yes, very good. I think Chester looked a bit uncomfortable, but if his performance is going to drop out of his rise, Glenn Whelan, for example, I'll take that because James Chester's such a high performer throughout the season. If he drops off whilst other people are improving, I'll take that, and they can hopefully all come good at the same time. Again, we'll see fitness, bring it up together. These ideas have got to get across, but for the most part, it's looking really good. Again, we've got to get the win against QPR. That'll make it a lot more positive. But as you said, I felt gutted when the final whistle blew and we'd lost. But this morning, I wake up and I feel a bit better than I did. Yeah. Because when we were before, there was little room for optimism. So to lose, wake up today and feel a bit more positive. I think that's a good thing in large. That's a good thing.
Have you seen much of QPR? I know it's just the question I always ask and no one ever has.
Not at all. It's not like Rotherham, where
I'd watch them.
Yeah, no, I'd watch Rotherham a few times in League One, because they seem to be on TV quite a lot, to be fair.
Yeah.
And no QPR.
Great preview.
Steve McLaren, I think, is in charge.
Yes,
I thought it was Ian Holloway until this morning.
I totally forgot he was there.
Didn't know. And I'm really sorry, because I know QPR fans will tune into this as well. I'm really sorry, no offence. But Steve McLaren's apparently in charge, and they don't look like they're doing that horrifically.
No,
they're above Villa.
The form's decent, yeah, they're above us, so obviously they're doing something right, yeah. But like you said before, you can't take too much notice of the table yet because of how tight it is. I think I saw a tweet yesterday, maybe before the game, that was like, there's 8 points separating second and 20th or something crazy like that it can change so quickly. But yeah, QPR are decent, and I tried to look through some stats before, but didn't really have much chance. We've been doing other things. But there's a guy, Eze, is it?
Yeah, I'm not going to try.
I think he played for the England under-21s, and he's been decent.
He was good against us last season. I think when we needed to win that match at home, and we just completely bottled it, I guess.
Yeah.
He showed us up there. But no, I think key for Villa against QPR is, I've got a feeling, and this isn't a negative, that they're going to sit back.
Villa?
No, QPR.
Oh, okay.
They're the home side, but I don't see them kind of trying to expand the pitch that much like Villa would try to do on Norwich. And that's not me doing them down. I just think they nick the goal, take the chances, beat Villa. That's a massive win for them.
Yeah.
So Villa, they struggled against Norwich to break them down. What I noticed was when Norwich kind of didn't have the ball, when they didn't sit back up when they were defending, Villa really, really struggled. They were dancing around the box. Really, they could not get the ball into the box. They just tried to launch it in the end, which is just, it's a chance. That slim chance of it hitting Scott Hogan's head from miles out. It doesn't usually work. So we'll have to see. Again, it will be key for Villa, really key, if the keeper can command the box.
Yeah.
And Nyland, I think he's looked so good at times, but then 1 second. It only takes 1 second for him to drop the ball, drop a clanger, ruin the match.
Yeah.
And the problem with him now is if you bench him,
I don't think you can.
You ruin his Villa career, and he's potentially the best goalkeeper we have. And because I think Moreira's good, but like the Yeovil game was really shaky. I've never seen a goalkeeper look so awkward. He tried to chip it over them, like Sam Johnson was doing when he was confident, and it won't happen because it just floats in the air and just falls to him, the attacker. So you put Moreira in. What if he drops it? Then you are no further forward. Yeah. Maybe some people want to take that risk, but for now you have to stick with Nyland, and I think you back him and he gets good. The reward's there. You back him and he can't command the box.
Yeah, it is that. It's the command in the box that he comes out for corners and stuff, or free kicks, and you either think, oh, if you come for it, you have to get it.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes where you think there wasn't really any need to come for it either. But then on the other hand, his shot stopping abilities are second to none most of the time. He's a little bit like the best and worst of Brad Guzan combined into one.
Yeah.
Great shot stopper. But then the things that you'd almost class as simple things, like coming for a cross and catching it, if you mess that up and they score from it, everything before that or everything that comes after that, people are going to forget. And there'll be people watching this going, Nyland is a terrible goalkeeper, play Mark Bunn, play whoever else. But is anyone really better than the rest? Like,
no.
It seems to be it's such an important position, and we've failed to get it right so far, and that's going to be our downfall.
It comes to this weird vanity signing thing, because I think John McGinn's fantastic, but Villa kind of needed a centre back, and maybe Nolan was the man, the goalkeeper.
Yeah. He's come in for number one, hasn't he? And he's played games at number one, and like I say, sometimes his shot stopping is excellent. Like who do we play at home? Like Swansea.
Yeah. And then he won the game, I guess. You could say that.
I know if he's costing us points at Norwich.
You take the win against Swansea.
Yeah, I know. It's such a focal point of a position that it can affect a game either way like that. That if you play well, you essentially keep a clean sheet and win the game. But if you're the one that makes a mistake as a goalkeeper, that's it. You're going to be punished for it.
Yeah, because you bench Nyland now. There's no saying that he comes back. Because you get an injury to Moreira, you get injuries to Bunn, which has happened.
Yeah.
Then you got to play Nyland, and there's no guarantee that he looks any better or worse. He probably looked worse. His confidence room.
Yeah.
You got. I think Villa, they're in a hole with that position. They need to just stay behind Nyland. If they get to January, they can make a decision.
Yeah.
They're playing Moreira. They drop him now. there's no way back because you don't know. You have to give him the run of games.
Yeah.
If you give Moreira the run of games and he just looks just as unconfident, then you've moved nowhere, and you've essentially got 2 dud goalkeepers, which is a terrible, awkward situation.
I expected to maybe see a few more changes against Norwich than we did. Obviously, John McGinn is the enforced one with him being suspended. I assume he'll come back in on Friday. Still recording? Yeah. The other change was Whelan for Bjarnason. I really felt we missed Bjarnason a lot.
We did,
I was really impressed with him at Swansea. As a player, I've always liked when he was playing that, came in and played that holding role under Steve Bruce. It was this is his position now. He's not a left midfielder. He's not a left back or wherever else got thrown. Holding midfield, he looks good because he can play the ball.
Energy.
He's got energy. He's got movement, which is what Whelan and Yednak don't offer you. So I think we missed him. I'd go back to the midfield we played at Swansea. I think we probably need changes on the wings, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe El Ghazi deserves a start. I don't know.
It's very hard to say because when you do it, when you make that change, they just look like people were screaming for Balassi and Swansea.
Yeah, but he didn't look good.
And he did not look good.
No, I think that's fitness though.
Yeah, whether it's fitness, whatever, he just did not look at it at all.
No.
And do you see how high Adoma gets? And you're
fair, Adoma went off injured, so he might not play anyway. It was last night. We're playing Friday, rough, so he probably won't play.
It's a terrible. I don't really want to predict a lineup today.
No, I think
it's rough.
Defence will probably stay the same. I think
midfield,
McGinn and Bjarnason coming back in if it was up to me.
Even if it was
Ben Horan got an assist, so it's harsh to drop him as well.
It's harsh, but you got to think about the set pieces and how they compare to the gameplay, because if Horan's just like this panel that can be passed through in midfield and he hasn't got what McGinn and Bjarnason have, which is so effectively like moving walls.
Yeah.
They just take and recycle the ball, and I don't know if that's Conor Horan. And Villa have this massive problem now. Look, you didn't necessarily need to buy McGinn. McGinn is fantastic, and I'm really happy we have. But look at all the midfielders we have that we seem obligated to fit in. We feel obligated to fit Conor Horan in.
Yeah, because he's essentially replaced Conor Horan for no real reason, really. Because I think Dan said before, Conor Horan on the bench is one of the best midfielders in the league, and most teams would probably have him as captain.
Henry Lansbury, I know he hasn't
another good player,
played a great deal for us to look necessarily fantastic. But you put him into 90% of teams and he's their captain.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean,
it's awkward.
We've got too many midfielders to fit in. Yeah. We've got too many wingers. Well, we haven't got. Well, yeah, we sort of have got too many wingers, really. We've got too many sort of options that allows us to play in a different way. You can go Scott Hogan and play more direct on the floor, bring Codger on and he can hold up and create things out of nothing. But then Tammy Abraham also offers a bit of both of that. He plays with his feet, he barges people out of the way, he's very technical, good focal point because he's so tall as well. So it's hard to mix and match to get the best formation working.
It's a lot of experimentation, I think.
Yeah, I liked what we were doing at Swansea, and I think if it was down to me, I'd try and revert back to that. Not that Norwich was too dissimilar from it in terms of style. I just think that line-up and the thought process that went into how we tried to tackle Swansea will be more effective against QPR. But then enforced changes that Adoma, Abraham went off with a head injury, he might not play, and on doctor's advice if it's a concussion, things like that. So maybe the line-up will be a little bit different for Smith's third game now.
This is where my tactical knowledge kind of runs dry because Villa, they played a really high line against Swansea. They're essentially sitting their centre-backs just below the midfield line. They're pretty much pinning Swansea in their own half. You do that against QPR and you risk them just punting the ball from the back, wingers bursting in and just getting done on the break.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the effective strategy to kind of counter that is, because my tactical knowledge is incredibly childish and limited. I've only wrote about it like once at length, and that was really a stretch. So yeah, I think Villa will have more of the possession, whether that amounts to anything at all. They're still working things out, but if they've got any time to kind of digest that Norwich game before, I think 2 days now, one day if this airs, to the QPR game, it'll be hard, but they've proved us wrong, and they've got adapted to this stuff real quick. It's just how the execution is. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It's difficult. I mean, people in the preview want these definitive answers, and there's no way I can give them.
No, definitely not. So we'll finish with prediction. We're not going to go on for too much longer because we are waffling at this point.
Okay. Speak for yourself.
I am, at least. So prediction, what are you thinking? You said you're expecting goals, but put a scoreline at me.
3-1 to Villa.
3-1.
Yeah, I think Villa, they know they got to win, I think Dean Smith has got it enough in him to kind of look at QPR, fix the mistakes in Norwich, get a plan in place, and just, you know, you've got the quality now. QPR, I think a lot of people said they'd get relegated, and fair play. They're looking at least that they're breaking away from that pack. No, I think 3-1. Dean Smith get a plan together and just take advantage of any disorder on the pitch, any holes in QPR. Because that, you know, you look at Villa's squad and it's like Championship royalty. Quality in that squad should be blowing away QPR, and if it doesn't, that's because QPR have really stood their ground and played a good game.
Yeah, I'm not going to base my prediction off your knowledge of QPR, so this could go. This could absolutely go anywhere. I'm going to expect that QPR are going to sit back as well, so I think it'll be 1-0 Villa. I think we'll pretty much struggle to break them down because, like you say, our squad is very good, and if we can play the correct way, we should come good. We've scored early in both games as well. We've gone ahead in both games. Obviously, we've won Swansea. We went ahead against Norwich and scored in 15,
worst
20 minutes.
Possible time, isn't it, really, to score?
So we've gone ahead. So I'm thinking if we do manage to go ahead, and then QPR will have to play a bit more to come at us. Maybe that works in our benefit, that they'll start to leave gaps. So I'm going to go 1-0 Villa. Tammy Abraham to score again if he plays. If not, Jack Grealish. Yeah, so that's the QPR match preview in the bag. 20 minutes longish. We're going to go and carry on filming the rest of the stuff that we've got planned for today. I think this video will end up on the Villa View. I had to debate whether to chuck it on my own channel as my own sort of project thing, but it is Villa related, so it'll probably end up on the Villa View. I'm not going to give anything away yet. It's not an interview with a former player or anything like that. Don't get too excited. It's more like a
spooky thing.
Yeah, more like a mini documentary about a story of one of our ex-players from almost 100 years ago.
Yeah, quite sinister, quite creepy.
Yeah, very Halloween based.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been filming that today, and we'll wrap up the rest of that today and try and get that out in the coming weeks or month. So that should be good. Thanks for watching this preview. I hope you've been able to take some sort of entertainment or insight out of this video. I mean, I don't know what the intention of this video was, because who knows if anything we've said is actually true or not.
Like any preview in it, you just got to put it out there.
Yeah, just sort of chat a bit. And
that's what they do on the papers,
out.
man. I don't know why you can't do it on the video.
Yeah, just say anything.
Yeah, just copy who scored.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do that.
No, definitely not. I didn't see who scored up before. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'm going to turn this off now because I can't even see the monitor at this point. It's so bright. So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, all the usual stuff, and we'll catch you again soon. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another one? Click one of the video options on screen now, and if you don't mind, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.